grow the farm up. We haven't really posted anything real meaningful lately. Been busy, just some videos of what's been going on around the farm. We are looking at, let's talk about what we're looking at right here. We're looking at a field of real live cover crop growing in the real live world, but it's also a rye seed field. So it's not just also doing the benefits of a cover crop, but it's also a field that will probably turn into rye seed. And this was seeded at like 37 pounds, which is a little lighter than you'd like to go with. But the seed that I've been harvesting my own seed and conditioning it. There's a video on my channel of a 1946 model small grains cleaner actually cleaning the rye seed that we grew last year, and we found it's like 95% germinating. We're a seed company. You got to think a little differently about the small seeded grains than you do when you're talking about the larger grains like soybeans and corn. But I did dig just a little bit over here. Let's take a look. I just wanted to demonstrate how this cover crop gets established, and look at how deep those roots are going to go down into your. I tore my finger up a little bit there. It's almost healed up. These cover crop roots, these rye roots, they really go. Look at how deep. I mean, here's some roots down here. I mean, you're 4 or 5 inches deep. I mean, your root structure is deeper than what you see on the surface. And this has been frozen on 50% of the nights it's been growing. It is the 12th of November or something like that. 10th of November. And this got planted October 15th. So yeah, you're right around the 25-day, 30-day. I think you're more like 22 or 23-day update. But there was a period where the weather went down and froze into the teens for about a week. We didn't plant anything. We came back after that and planted everything. Now that's what I wanted to discuss in this video, is finding a window to actually getting your cover crop established is the hardest part about managing cover crops. That's why I say we're looking at some real live cover crop in the real live world, and it's going to do a lot of good. Now that we've timed that up and we've got it established, there's a number of things we can do with it. But we started growing our own rye seed because we are a seed company, and we just found that the germination is like 95% of what you're slinging out there is coming up. I mean, look, you can see it just 20 days later in the fall. I mean, it's been freezing on it constantly. You can see just by looking at it, it's getting just frosted out nightly. But we have had 2 weeks of really unseasonably decent, like 38 degree nights, 60 degree days, 58 degree days. And so it's been a really good window to get this cover crop established. And it looks like the weather's going to hold that pattern with some freezing nights. But I think you'll get this cover crop, you'll get another 6-8 inches out of it, if not more, this fall. And that's really what you're going for. And then we're picking it anyway, and we're trucking it already, and we're conditioning it. Like I said, I just go look it up. I don't know if I cared enough about YouTube to edit and stuff, but I just really don't have the time. It's on the channel, go look it up. But we condition this rye, and of all of the rye varieties that I've tried out and played with for cover crops, Elbon cereal rye is by far the best, and it has to be specifically Elbon cereal rye. A couple of reasons. One, I found when conditioned properly and harvested at a dry enough proper moisture, it has the highest germination rate by a long shot. I mean, it froze for a week straight into the teens every night. Then we planted this Elbon cereal rye you're looking at after that week. And then, it didn't freeze for a week or two there, but it got down to 37, 36, 34 every night. And, you'd hit 50, 60, 65, 70 occasionally on the day. So you had some decent days. You had to have, otherwise you wouldn't have come this far in 20 days with the freezing nights. But Elbon cereal rye specifically is the most hardy overwintering cover crop I have grown ever. It just will grow. No matter, I mean, look, no matter what, and you can see looking at the plant tissue, it's clearly, it's been frozen 17 times out of the 24 days it's been growing or whatever, right? So, and it still grows through it. And 3 Elbon cereal rye does not grow much taller than about 3 or 4 feet tall. 4 feet, but it heads out and does its thing at about 4 feet. So you can just kind of leave it alone, plant right into it. That's what I've been doing. I think it's a better way to just capture your broadcast fertility application, and then you just broadcast your biology onto all this stubble and plant straight into it. Or you let this grow and you harvest it for rye seed, because that seems like every time we start growing a new seed, people want it. I guess that's a good thing. But let me know if you guys are seeing emergence with your rye like this. And rye is rye. A lot of it's in how it's kept. There's just it's about applying seedsmanship to the small grains industry. Really good seedsmanship and stewardship, and taking those principles and applying them over to the small grains seeds, which is a different mindset. Is 98% of what you're throwing out of whatever you're planting your small grains with, be it a drill, be it a air seed or whatever you're dropping in that trench or blowing through that tube, is 98% of it coming up? If not, drop a comment and let me know how much of this stuff should I combine and how much of it should I utilize as straight cover crop. Grow the farm up.